1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, the summer time is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Here's that bridge. And we'll all go together to poor Wild Mountain Thyme, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Another verse. I will build my love a barn by yon clear crystal fountain, and all around the barn I'll pile flowers from the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to Wild Mountain Thyme, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will roam the country on through that dark land so dreary, and all the spoils I find I'll bring to my darling dearie. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to poor Wild Mountain Thyme, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Now try a solo, guys. Hit those pentatonic notes. G major scale, or strumming interlude with me. Really feel those beautiful chords. Try playing some notes for that G major scale. Keep it going, guys, whilst I strum a chorus or bridge. Bring those solos to an end. We're about to hit the will you go, lassie, go, and we'll all go together to poor Wild Mountain Thyme, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Try picking this last one. Oh, the summertime is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? This one. We're in the key of G, so we're going to name the chords in the key of G 1 through 7. And we're going to start with G and then count up. There's no H chord in English, although as we learnt last week from Indrani, in German and some Scandinavian countries there is an H chord, it's our B. But anyway, we have G, A, B, C, D, E and F sharp. Every key has a certain amount of sharps and flats in it, and G has one, it's the F sharp. There's no F chord in this one, so we don't have to worry about that. In terms of the chords themselves, the first, the fourth and the fifth chords in any key are major chords. So G, C and D in this case. And even though it looks kind of complicated, this song, with these minor chords that come in later on, if you really study it, it's mostly a playoff between the one chord, which kind of gives you a sense of resolution and feeling at home, and the four chord, which creates a sense of movement or going somewhere. So if you have a look at the first two lines, in fact right down to halfway really, we've just got the 1 and the 4 chord, G and C. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? So G major, just your bog standard 0 2 3 2. And when you change to the C chord, remember a little tip and trick for me. You can keep the second finger down, place your third one next to it. That allows you to change between these chords nice and easily. Okay. Then later on we've got the E minor chord coming in. So the E minor chord, that's the 6th chord in the key of G. G, A, B, C, D, E. Now in any key, the 2nd, the 3rd and the 6th chords are minor chords. That gives them a touch of sadness or melancholy, and you really hear it here because it's been all major chords up to this point. When we hit this minor chord, it does create a sense of kind of melancholy, which is really lovely and really wistful. Then we've got the 4 chords, C again, sense of change and movement. 2 chord A minor, easy peasy lemon squeezy again, right? Just like this. And then notice that bottom line, we're just back to the 1, the 4 and the 5. Okay. Really, really simple, really beautiful. One more little tip, we'll do the changes in a minute, but notice on this line, we go from a G chord to an E minor chord. Okay. Now you can do that by moving all 3 fingers like this, which is absolutely fine. But remember, if you've got a long enough little finger, you can stretch up to here, and all you've got to do is make this one movement. G chord, E minor. Because this finger is the same string as this one, it cancels it out. And it makes it a nice easy change. So have a think about that when we're changing. Now in terms of the strum pattern, we're going to do something really simple with this one. We're just going to do a down, down, up, down, up, a calypso strum. Loads of you will know this strum already, but we'll do this in just a second. Now, eventually we're going to put finger picking to it, and the timing, the time signature of this is going to be really important. Now, there have been so many different versions of this over the years. So lots of bluegrass musicians have done it, and an old-time folk. There's even been some pop versions by bands such as the Byrds. They did a really nice jangly version. And many of the versions, they play it in 6/8 time. That means 6 beats per measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would sound like this. Oh, the summertime has come. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it does roll along beautifully in 6/8 timing. And in fact, when I've taught it in the past, I've done it in 6/8 timing because it sounds gorgeous. But I thought I'd better just check to see what timing the original is. Well, if you listen to one of the original versions of Francis McPeak and his family playing it live, it's a bit ambiguous because they're not really strumming. They change chords, not necessarily on a beat, just kind of wherever they feel necessary. But his grandson now plays it, and he does it in 4/4 timing, which is enough for me to think, okay, it should be in 4/4 timing, common time. So all we're going to do is think of each of these boxes as a measure. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I just, I'll come in on close cam and I'll do the first verse so you can see. Let's just do it down, down, up, down, up. Walk, running, and running. Walk, running, and running. Down, down, up, down, up. Okay, just like that. And we'll play through a verse. So let's just try that with the strum. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's try a verse. Here we go. Let me just bring up the words. 1, 2, 3, 4. The summertime is coming. Second line. And the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Okay, really nice and gentle, isn't it? Really simple and beautiful. The chorus starts on the 4 chord, and so in the key of G, that's C, G, A, B, C. And that's really important to note because quite often choruses or new sections of a song will start on either the relative minor, which this would be E minor in this key, or the 4 chord, and that's what's happening C. So if you're ever kind of trying to work out or play a song by ear, really look out for that, the 4 chord at the start of the chorus or a new section. So let's go back to close cam. So we'll have C for a couple of measures, and we'll all go together. Then this bit, if you notice, this line is exactly the same as the third line of the verse. In fact, the whole of this chorus is basically a verse again. So we'll go to Wild Mountain Thyme, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Beautiful, right? Now, sometimes songs can appear more complicated than they are, and I think this is a really good example. If we have a look at the chorus, imagine if I could just pinch that and move it up here. Basically, the chorus is the verse without this first line. So this one's actually a lot easier to play by ear than it looks. Once you get a hang of that and you think basically the entire thing is this over and over again, only when we go to the chorus we don't play the top line. So let's have a look at a couple of things that we can do to kind of fancy this one up. The first is to put a picking pattern on this one. Basically, remember, like with tablature, when we think of these diagrams, they're kind of upside down. So the G string is the lowest line, and then the C string, and then the E, and then the A. And basically what we're going to do is a really simple inside out pattern. So we're going to pick the C string with your thumb downwards, the E string with your finger upwards, the G string with your thumb down. Notice I'm moving back over the sound hole a bit because I realise my fingers are going to clatter a little bit here otherwise. So C string, E string, G string, A string. I think of it as inside, inside two strings, outside, outside two strings, inside, outside, inside, outside. Just like that, okay? I'm doing that on a C chord if you wanted to practice it with me. So you're actually going to put two of these patterns on every measure, so every box. G, G, C, G, like that. Remember, you can strum this as well. You don't have to do these patterns, you can keep strumming. C, G. Sorry, I did go too quickly then. C for 2, G, E minor for 2. And then another 2, because we have a blank box. C, A minor, and C, and G, and C, and G. Okay, should we try just one verse with that picking pattern so you can have a go at it? Let's give it a try. I'll stay on close cam. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, the summer time is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Lovely, isn't it? So it's really effective, and it's a simple picking pattern, but because we're doing it twice per measure, it's got a lovely sound to it. It really sounds kind of quite sophisticated for something so simple, which is lovely. If you've got a low G ukulele, it's nice to put the first note on the G string, the lowest note. So for this one, if you're playing low G, here's one, there we go. If you're playing low G, what I would do is just do a top to bottom pick, G, C, E, A, like that. Oh, the summer time is coming. Okay, so if you've got a low G, you can do it that way. The beautiful thing is, because we're arpeggiating chords, that means we just play all the notes from a chord one at a time. It will work even if you're not doing them in the same order as me, because they'll harmonise together, which will actually sound really pretty. If you'd like to have a go at soloing, what we can do is we can use a couple of different options. The first, what we can do is use the pentatonic scales. So this song's in the key of G, so we will play the G pentatonic scale, which starts way up here, look, at the 7th fret of your C string for a G, goes up here to A, back to B here at the 7th, D here at the 10th, E here at the 7th, back to G again. Okay, now this is really nice because this scale uses notes that will sound lovely against any chord, and you can notice it's like a shape, right? Start to get used to that shape. Well, what we can do is we can also combine that with the E minor pentatonic, which is all the same notes just starting from E. So E, G, okay. Then come down here to A, B, D and E. Okay. And if I give you an example, I'll just play some notes from that whilst playing a backing track. It should sound really sweet. The other thing that you can do is you can look at this diagram here, which is all of the notes on a G major scale. And as I mentioned this in a workshop recently, think about patterns that you can find. I think we might have looked at this last week in Kanikapila as well. So for instance, if we look at the E and the A strings, can you see you can play both the open E and the open A because they're both in the key of G. We can also play the 2nd and the 3rd fret of both strings because they have notes on from the scale. So that's off 2, 3 and off 2, 3. And even better than that, if you really pay close attention to the diagram, there's also notes on the 3rd, the 5th and the 7th of the A string, and 3rd, the 5th and the 7th of the E string. So look at that pattern. And if you combine that with off 2, 3, off 2, 3, now you've got notes that fit in a perfect pattern, which is fantastic, fantastic. Okay, so I'll play around with those. So I'll do off 2, 3, off 2, 3 first. And then maybe the dots. Maybe so you can use that method as well. Then one final method, if you want to. One of my favourite things, and I haven't really talked about this a lot, but one of my favourite ways to solo is to compare everything back to the key of C, because most of us start by learning that C major scale. And remember, we've got that minor pentatonic, which is all the dots on the A string. Well, the only difference between the C major scale and the G major scale is that the G major scale has an F sharp in it. Remember, we talked about that at the start. So I could play the C major scale pretty much. It's just when we get to that note, we have to play the F sharp. Otherwise, every single note is the same as the key of C. And the same when we go up here, we can do all the notes we do in the key of C. It's just we don't hit this one, we go up to here for an F sharp. So that's a really neat way of thinking about it. When I'm playing in the key of F, I think that the F major scale is like the C major scale, but it's got a B flat rather than a B. And it's a really easy way to use something you already know to solo as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play, I'll be your backing track, so I'll play a few times around just the chords, and I'll keep this page up and just have a little experiment, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So have an experiment with some of those notes. If you hit a wrong note, move it up or down till it sounds nice. Fantastic. Okay, so that gives you a little bit of practicing with that if you want to have a go at doing a solo when we get to this bit here, the interlude. I'll keep this sheet up so you can see it, but if you find it difficult to see, remember you can always download these. The sheets are completely for free, no charge at all for Kanikapila Mondays, so you can grab them off the website learnukulele.com and find them, and you can strum along. Or if you want to challenge yourself, have this page up and see if you can use the Kanikapila system of those chords and measures to strum along. Let's give it a go then from the top. Remember, I'm going to finger pick the first bit to about the third verse, and then I'm going to strum. But you could mix and match. Have a go, see what you think. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, the summer time is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Here's that bridge. And we'll all go together to poor Wild Mountain Thyme, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will build my love a barn by yon clear crystal fountain, and all around the barn I'll pile flowers from the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to Wild Mountain Thyme, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will roam the country on through that dark land so dreary, and all the spoils I find I'll bring to my darling dearie. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to poor Wild Mountain Thyme, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Try picking this last one. Oh, the summertime is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go?